When it comes to a slight wallet shock, the BYD Atto M9, as it's known in Europe and the US, is the perfect example this year. A 7-seater MPV, plug-in hybrid, full of tech, yet priced from $85,000 USD, it's as if BYD is saying, luxury doesn't have to be flashy, it just has to be smart. You would think the high-end MPV segment is still the exclusive playground of the Toyota Alphard, Kia Carnival, or some wealthy Germans with their executive vans. But now, BYD, famous for making EVs as affordable as flagship smartphones, launches the M9, a vehicle packing the full combo: luxury, size, electric drive, and still gas-compatible. The question is it truly impressive, or just a clever trick using the battery to woo buyers? This introduction shows that the M9 isn't just a car, it's a statement, a kind of declaration that Chinese cars no longer need a visa to enter the luxury zone. And honestly, seeing a price of $85,000 while capable of 1,000 kilometers per full charge and tank, many are double-checking Google to see if units are correct. But hold on, Carcry isn't here to rain on the parade. Let's see if this flying dragon, dancing phoenix really deserves the money, or if it's just an early-season PHEV fling. Buckle up, because in the next few minutes, we'll peel back the layers of the M9, from its dragon-like exterior, business-class cabin, to the DMI hybrid tech BYD promises is both powerful and efficient. And who knows, by the end, you might realize $85,000 for an MPV with a mini fridge, massage seats, fast charging, and a 1,000-kilometer range doesn't feel much different from a mobile resort package. If the Alphard is like a finely tailored Italian suit, the BYD Atto M9 is more like a 5G-era dragon robe, classic yet glowing with modern tech. From a distance, the massive grille stretches like a dragon's jaw, and the slim LED daytime running lights resemble overlapping scales. BYD calls this the Long Yan design language, literally golden dragon spirit, flashy yet with a hint of fresh paint smell. The first impression standing in front of the M9 is, wow, that's huge. Over 5.1 meters long, a wheelbase of 3,045 millimeters, nearly as tall as a side-by-side fridge. Yet the proportions are harmonious. BYD cleverly hides the size with sharp creases running from front to back, avoiding the giant matchbox syndrome some Asian MPVs suffer from. The full LED headlights come with welcome lights, while the rear Dragon Eye LED strip connects both sides. At night, it looks like the car is smirking at the Alphard parked next to it. If you pay attention, the chrome details on the front bumper fold like dragon scales, a design that engineers might call extra but functional. Walking along the side, the mirrors feature 360-degree cameras. Sliding doors operate smoother than restaurant glass panels. The 21-inch turbine-style wheels look great and help cool the brakes, a small detail showing BYD's mindset. Beauty is one thing, technical reason is another. By now, you start to understand why they named it M9. It's not Mighty 9, but Magic 9, because even just the exterior turns an MPV into something that makes you want to wash it every day. Wait until we get inside. Carcry guarantees you'll want to stay put, especially knowing there's a mini fridge and seats that can massage your back and your mood.
Stepping into the BYD Atto M9, you immediately understand why some online communities call it the Rolls-Royce of electric MPVs. The sliding door isn't just a way to enter the car. It's a gateway into a world that smells faintly of fresh luxury. The dashboard stretches in real wood, wrapped in Napa leather, paired with 256-color ambient lighting, but not in the style of a mobile nightclub. It's soft, subtle, and reacts in real time to exterior lighting. In other words, golden afternoon sunlight outside, and the cabin glows a matching gentle gold. This level of refinement would make even the Alphard take notes. The second-row business class seats are the soul of the M9. Reclining 180 degrees with 10-zone massage, heating and cooling, electrically adjustable leg rests, hidden wireless charging armrests, and individual screens for each seat. The clever part? BYD didn't just cram features to impress. Everything is logically designed for someone who spent nights sleeping in first-class airplanes. The driver's cockpit feels like a space pilot setup, with the 17.3-inch central touchscreen that rotates vertically or horizontally, a 10.25-inch digital instrument cluster, and an additional front passenger display. 3 screens in total, enough to navigate maps, watch movies, and argue over who controls the car's Wi-Fi. Storage space? Generous. 2 large suitcases, a golf bag, and a 5-liter mini fridge behind the seats. Yes, a real mini fridge that cools as fast as a busy cafe's ice strings. The overall feeling inside the M9? It makes you forget you're in a Chinese MPV. Every seam, door thud, even the way the overhead lights respond when you raise your hand, all show that BYD isn't just trying to compete with the Alphard, it's redefining the meaning of Asian luxury MPV. And that's just the interior. Up next, Carcry will dive into the engine and tech where the M9 wields its real weapons. A parallel hybrid electric platform, high performance, and a battery so safe even if you try to push the limits, it won't explode.
If the interior makes you gasp, so luxurious, the engine of the BYD Atto M9 will make you nod and say, yeah, it really knows what it's doing. The M9 is built on the DMO Super Hybrid platform, a technology borrowed from BYD's high-performance line, where electric motors and gasoline engines don't compete for dominance, but perform like two jazz drummers in sync. Specifically, the M9 DMI version uses a 1.5-liter turbo gasoline engine paired with 2 electric motors, delivering 430 HP and over 600 Newton-meters of torque. The pure EV version, the Silent Beast, uses dual motors, full-time AWD, 543 HP, a 108.8 kilowatt-hour blade battery, and a 630-kilometer WLTP range. To put it in perspective, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in 4.5 seconds, faster than some sports sedans. But the real magic isn't speed, it's the smoothness, like a nap after a long Zoom meeting. The DESIS C Smart Air suspension adjusts height and stiffness according to road conditions. Uphill, tighter. City streets, softer, like the car is emotionally reacting to every bump. The battery, BYD's national pride, is the next-gen Blade battery, safer, fire-resistant even under physical stress, with V2L bidirectional output, power a kitchen, fridge, or even a projector in the wilderness. If the Alphard is a CEO's business car, the M9 is a CEO's camping vehicle. On top of that, the M9 has the Yunyan P Smart Central Controller using data from 30 sensors to predict driving behavior. It knows when you're about to change lanes, brake hard, or just press the accelerator to show off to an X on the street. And of course, everything is orchestrated by BYD's in-house chip, not an off-the-shelf unit. That's how the company proves it's more than a battery on wheels, it's a real tech powerhouse. The story doesn't end here. With Level 3 autonomous driving, facial recognition for the driver, and unattended parking, you'll see why media call it the Chinese Mercedes EQV. And don't forget, it still offers a hybrid version, refuels with gas, fast charges at 800 volts, in other words, a monster that knows how to behave. Up next, Carcry will cover the driving experience, where a 2.6-ton MPV makes you smile as it turns as smoothly as a 5-star receptionist tilting their head. When you think of an MPV, most people imagine something big, tame, and driving as exciting as a lo-fi playlist. But the BYD Atto M9 feels like a person pouring tea while strapping in for a lighthearted race. The first time you grip the wheel, you think, wait, why is it so light? Not loose, but precise. Thanks to the intelligent electronic steering system, the M9 offers 3 feedback modes: comfort, normal, and sport. In sport, the steering has just the right weight to remind you you're handling 543 horsepower. Through corners, the DESIS C air suspension adjusts instantly, keeping body roll minimal. Everything flows so smoothly you could theoretically turn while pouring coffee without spilling a drop. Don't try this unless you enjoy wiping Napa leather with a napkin. The M9 doesn't hide its weight, but it knows how to manage it. Braking is firm, throttle response is sharp, and the sound insulation borders on absurd. So quiet you hear your music in your head before the tires make a sound. In pure EV mode, the M9 glides like the wind. No lag, no engine noise, just a clean push forward. In the PHEV hybrid, it seamlessly switches between gas and electric. The DMI energy management is so smart that in the city it prioritizes electric, on the highway it uses gas, and uphill it blends both like a jazz band syncing drums and bass, smooth and perfectly timed. And if you ever worried Chinese cars might not brake confidently, the M9 gently trolls that prejudice. Brembo brakes, 4-level regenerative braking, and auto hold. It's a lesson in throw bias out the window and let engineering win. Of course, it's not a drift car.
But the control is so precise, you might drift lightly in your heart, especially with the AR HUD navigation and 360-degree sensors overlaying your view like a VR game. Summary of the driving feel. Smoother than the Alphard, faster than the Lexus LM, smarter than most MPVs launched in North America and Europe. Driving the M9 is like dating someone who listens but intervenes perfectly when needed. Mistaken turn? It corrects. Tired? It can drive itself. Trying to accelerate to claim a lane? It flashes a gentle reminder. We're classy, remember. Next up, Carcry will dive into competitor comparisons, where the M9 enters the MPV party alongside Alphard, Lexus LM, and Zeekr 009 to see who's the VIP and who's just there to clear the table.
The luxury MPV market now feels like an extravagant banquet. At the head of the table sits the Toyota Alphard, stately, priced over 80,000 euros. Next to it, the Lexus LM, dressed in a black suit with a Swiss watch, smiles subtly, exuding class without words. Then the door swings open. The BYD Atto M9 enters. Draped in silver metallic paint, LED lights sweeping across like a catwalk stride. The entire table pauses. Why? Because it's nearly as luxurious as the Lexus LM, yet costs only half as much. In Europe and North America, the Atto M9 starts around 45,000 to 50,000 euros, undercutting the Alphard by roughly 40,000 euros and the LM by nearly 60,000 euros, while still offering a full tech package that competitors charge extra for. Smart ADAS, air suspension, 31 Dynaudio speakers, rotatable 1080p display, 3D 360-degree cameras, facial recognition. The list is practically endless. As for space, Alphard is spacious like a Japanese executive. LM is refined like a Hong Kong tycoon, but the M9 channels astronaut on a sofa vibes. Second row legroom is 1.1 meters. The roof features LED star panels, and the smart tinted glass adjusts electronically. No curtains needed, just one touch. Driving experience. Alphard is smooth, but purely gas-powered, less efficient than a PHEV. LM has the Lexus charm, but feels a bit formal and aged. The Zeekr 009 is ultra-futuristic, but slightly cold and high-tech. The M9, luxurious yet efficient. Youthful enough for Gen Z, sophisticated enough for Gen X approval. The Atto M9 doesn't aim to steal anyone's throne. It creates a new VIP table for tech lovers who still crave Napa leather comfort. Honestly, if you were ready to spend 100,000 euros on an Alphard, the M9 whispers in your ear. Massage seats, soft closed doors, and 800-volt fast charging. Hearing that, it's hard not to look back. The key takeaway: the BYD Atto M9 represents the Chinese 3.0 luxury wave. No longer cheap, copied, faulty, but beautiful, smart, and confidently competitive. In Europe, BYD has already overtaken Tesla in EV sales for H1 2024. In Thailand and Indonesia, battery factories are ramping up. And now, the M9 is their first luxury shot into a segment once dominated by Japan. Look closer, and the M9 isn't just a car. It's a declaration. If China can make a luxury MPV, no one is safe, not even Toyota. Next, Carcry will wrap this story with a future market perspective. Are global consumers ready to embrace luxury made in China, or will they still hesitate in front of a newcomer so confident?
10 years ago, if someone told you a Chinese brand will make a luxury MPV competing with the Alphard for 80,000 euros, you'd probably laugh like you just heard about flying bicycles. But in 2025, with the BYD Atto M9 appearing in European and North American showrooms, that story hits the automotive industry like a wake-up slap. The M9 doesn't just sell a car, it sells confidence that Asian manufacturers can create true luxury. On a global scale, BYD is rewriting what Tesla once monopolized: battery technology, hybrid platforms, and fully localized production. Now they're bringing that tech to MPVs, once the exclusive playground of Japanese brands. Looking at the market, Toyota Alphard is increasing in price due to limited supply. Lexus LM is elegant, but young buyers see the Lexus badge and think rich but a bit old-fashioned. Zeekr 009 is high-tech, but the price is sky-high. BYD Atto M9 slips into that gap saying, I'm luxurious enough for city streets, yet affordable enough that you don't need a bank loan. That sweet spot is exactly where only brands daring to think big venture. Globally, the M9 is opening a new direction, luxury hybrid MPVs instead of 7-seat SUVs. The reason is simple: younger buyers want space and tech, not just ground clearance. Millennials and Gen X, 30 to 45, are a goldmine for this type of vehicle. BYD knows this. They're not attacking the Alphard directly, they're targeting the next generation buyers of Alphard and Lexus. Those who once dreamed of a Lexus now look at the M9 and think, luxurious, fast charging, self-driving mode? Why not? We are entering an era where Chinese cars are no longer a fallback choice, they are the real option. If before Carcry would caution, watch out for Chinese cars, now the message is, Japanese cars, watch out. And if we had to sum up this entire video in one line, the BYD Atto M9 doesn't ask if you like Chinese cars. It asks, what reason do you have left to refuse an MPV that's luxurious, fast, smooth, and half 100,000 cheaper? Closing the video, Carcry revisits the opening question. Are you ready to trade your smooth Japanese MPV for a tech powerhouse named M9? If you're still hesitating, just visit a dealership, open the door, touch the rotatable 1080p screen, and then answer. As Carcry always says, not every car leaves you speechless, unless it's smoother and smarter than the person sitting behind you. If the M9 impresses more than you expected, hit subscribe so you don't miss any of Carcry's honest, no-filter car reviews. Comment below, would you choose Alphard, LM, or M9? We'll tally the results in the next video.